Hare Krishna,
Here comes the sun.
Hare Krishna,
It's alright.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Sun, 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 baby come. 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 Comes the sun. It's alright. Here comes the sun. It's alright. It's alright.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Krishna, Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Advaita Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, All right, chance some japa here. Turn your mics on. Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hari Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hari Hari Hari
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna, Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama. Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Hare Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Krishna.
Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama.
Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna.
Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari
Rama.
Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hari
Rama
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 Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
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 Hari
Hare.
Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama Hari
Rama.
Hari Hari Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Hare.
Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare Rama Hare
Rama
Rama.
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari Krishna
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 Hari Hari
Hare.
Hari Rama Hari Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama.
Hari 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 Krishna Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Krishna Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari Hari
Krishna.
Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Rama
Rama Hari
Rama
Rama
Hare.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama
Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare.
Hari Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hari
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna.
Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari Rama
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari Rama
Krishna
Hari Rama
Hare Hare Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama.
Hari Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna.
Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama
Krishna
Hari Rama
Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Hari 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 Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama
Hare
Rama Hari
Krishna.
Hari Hari Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama Hare.
Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama
Hare Krishna.
Rama
Hare Krishna.
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna.
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare.
Rama Rama
Hare Rama.
Rama
Hare
Hari
Rama.
Hari Hari Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama.
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Hari Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama.
Hari Rama
Rama Rama.
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama. Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare. Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama.
Hare
Nityananda,
Krishna.
Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Sri Krishna Sri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna
Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Sri
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Sri
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram. Ram Ram,
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Sri Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama.
Sri
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare. Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Sri
Hare
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama.
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Chaitanya,
Hare Hare.
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna
Sri
Krishna.
Chaitanya, Sri
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya.
Rama Rama Hare.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Shri
Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Shri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Gadadara
Chaitanya,
Srivas
Krishna
Hari
Chaitanya,
Guru Bhakta
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Jaya
Chaitanya, Sri
Jaya Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya
Sri
Avarichala
Krishna Chaitanya.
Avarichala
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Nityananda
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri
Nityananda
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri
Jai
Krishna Chaitanya,
Jai Shri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Prabhu
Chaitanya.
Nityananda
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Sri
Krishna
Advaita Gadadhara
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Hari
Chaitanya.
Guru Vrinda
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Jai
Chaitanya.
Shri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Radha
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Radhika Chala
Sri Krishna
Radhika
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Radhika
Sri
Radhika
Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna
Radhika
Chaitanya,
Radhika
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Sri Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Sri Krishna
Prabhu Nityananda
Sri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Hari Guru
Krishna
Bhakta Vrinda
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna, Sri
Jaya
Krishna
Jaya Shri
Chaitanya,
Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Prabhu
Chaitanya,
Nityananda
Sri Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya, Sri
Advaita
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Gadadhara
Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri
Sri Krishna
Hari Guru
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Jaya
Chaitanya, Sri
Jaya
Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu
Sri
Nityananda
Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna,
Sri
Krishna,
Advaita
Krishna, Krishna,
Sri
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Radha,
Rama Rama Hare
Radha,
Hare Krishna
Radha, Radha,
Krishna Krishna
Radha, Radha, Radha,
Radhika
Radha, Radha,
Radhika Radhika
Radha, Radha,
Radha Radha
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Radha.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama. Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare.
Krishna, 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 Radhe, Radhe,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Radhe,
Krishna.
Radhe, Radhe,
Krishna,
Radhe, Radhe,
Krishna,
Radhe,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Radhe,
Hare Rama, Hare
Radhe,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Radhe,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Radhe, Radhe,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Radhe,
Hare. Hare
Radha,
Rama, Hare
Radha,
Rama,
Radha,
Rama,
Radha, 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 Radha,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Radhe, Radhe,
Rama,
Radhe,
Hare Rama.
Radhe, Radhe, Radhe,
Hare Krishna,
Radhe.
Hare Krishna,
Oh, Radhe,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Radhe,
Hare,
Radhe,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Radhe,
Rama Rama,
Radhe,
Hare
Radhe,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama Rama, Hare
Radha, Radha,
Hare
Radha,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
oh Radha,
Hare
Radha,
Rama, Rama
Radha,
Rama, Hare
Radha, oh Radhe, Radhe, Radhe,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Radhe,
Krishna,
Radhe,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Radhe,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Radhe,
Rama
Radha,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Radha,
Radhe Radhe,
Radha,
Radhe
Radha,
Radhika,
Radha,
Radhika,
Radha, Radha,
Sri Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe
Radha,
Radhe, Radhe
Radhe,
Radhe
Radhe,
Radhe.
Radhe,
Hare
Radhe,
Krishna,
Radha,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Radha, Radha,
Hare Rama,
Radha,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Radha, Radha,
Hare
Shri
Rama,
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Rama,
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna,
Radha, Radha, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Nityananda,
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Chaitanya.
Krishna, oh Krishna, Krishna,
Jaya,
Krishna,
Jaya.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Ramuni.
Krishna, 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 oh Krishna, 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 Krishna. Oh, my Lord Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Hare Rama.
Rama, Hare, Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Radha, 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 Radha,
Krishna
Radha,
Krishna,
Radha,
Hare Rama, Hare
Radha,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Radha,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Shri
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Hare Hare Rama, Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Shri
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Rama, Rama,
Shri
Hare.
Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Shri
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Shri
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Chaitanya,
Rama
Shri
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna,
Shri Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Chaitanya, Shri
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Chaitanya, Shri
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama,
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama Rama,
Shri
Hare
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri 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 Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya, Shri
Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Vishnu
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Vishnu
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Vishnu
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Vishnu
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri
Vishnu
Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Vishnu
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri
Vishnu
Krishna Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare.
This is wrong one. Chapter Canto 7. Canto 7. The Science of God. And chapter Chapter 9. Text number 5. When Nishingadev saw the small boy, Prahlad Maharaj, prostrated at the soles of his feet, you can mute your mic.
Sorry.
He became most ecstatic in affection towards his devotee. Praising Prahlad, the Lord placed his lotus hand upon the boy's head. And because his hand is always ready to give, to create fearlessness in all his devotees. What a perfect remedy for fear. Getting the blessing of the Lord. That's what it's all about. Well, it's not all about that, but who wouldn't want to be free of fear in this world? Who likes that Ross of fear? Not very nice. Material fear. Fear. What fear is? Fear that your body is going to be, something's going to happen to your body. Your body's going to die. Your body's going to be put in jail. Just your body is going to be, on the doctor's table and cut up with surgeries. Yeah. So there's fear. Fear is driving this world. People do things out of fear. Isn't that interesting? You pay your taxes out of fear because they'll put you in jail, right? Nobody wants to go to jail. You incarcerate the body. They'll put the body in jail. See, it's all about the body. See, control the body. See, controlling bodies. And so that's the thing. And the demons, they want to control bodies. They're really into the body. It's really gross. Literally, isn't that funny? That word, gross. Gross, the gross body. Yeah. So nobody knows about the subtlest of all subtle bodies. See, that's why the Lord takes away your fear, connected with him. You realize, I'm Sat, eternal. See? That's why Sat Chidananda, the sun in this world, is an eternal person. Because they identify with spirit, with the spiritual body. See, with the Lord's spiritual body. With their relationship with that spiritual body. Isn't that amazing? Just people, how many people think about that? See, the Lord's blessings. When you hear the story of Prahlad and Nrsingadev, don't think it's a material thing. They're in their spiritual bodies, having a relationship. See, the Lord, Prahlad prostrated his obeisances to Nrsingadev, and he was not in fear, because he knew this is God, his beloved one, his intimate. Okay, what else? Here we go. Yeah. That's why you want to be free of fear. You hang out with devotees who are free of fear because of their relationship, awakened relationship with God. Otherwise, you're around fearful people. People. That's why people can't relate. God, don't you have any fear, Gohari? Don't you have any fear of eating corn on the Sabbath? Oh, I mean Ekadasi, of not observing Ekadasi. Do you have any fear of not following the rules and of that God has ordained in this world? Fear? No. That's for people to motivate them to control their bodies in Varna, Ashram, and Dharma, kind of herd them in the right direction. The Vedas are meant for that. To get people into fear, because if you look at 5th canto, it says, a lot of you want to be in fear, read that one. 5th canto of the Bhagavatam. Just for, having illicit sex or something, you're going to be boiled in oil. Ooh. All kinds of stuff like that. Yeah. But Bhakti, because to let you know, in our disciplic line, Bhaktivinoda, some of the Brahmins, they got in there, and just to get people to do it, they kind of exaggerated a little bit. So that's what he said in our line. It kind of like the world does, they exaggerate. This virus is going to get you if you don't put a mask on outdoors. It's a little exaggeration, isn't it? Fear. Okay? Devotees don't need this. The real devotees don't need this because of their love for God. They free of material fears because they identify with who they are. Yeah. Oh, I am done. What does that mean? I am done.
It can be all kind of things.
Yeah, all kind of things. Yeah. By the touch of Lord Nishingadev's hand on Prahlad Maharaj's head, Prahlad Maharaj was completely freed of material contamination and desires. Yeah. Yeah, I was listening to the Gundicha temple this morning, the cleansing, and it was just like that, where the Lord was cleansing the temple. The temple represents our body. This is the temple. So the Lord cleanses it. When you're a devotee, why do it the hard way? I'm going to cleanse it by rules and regulations and fastings and all that. But what you're doing is cleansing the outside. You ever see the outside of a temple? And you don't know what the inside, you say you can't go on the inside. This is the state of humanity now. They can't go on the inside of the temple. They're on the outside. Even though they go inside the external temples, they're still on the outside of the real temple. What did Jesus say? The kingdom of God is within and at hand. Well, that hand only for the devotees who can call up that Lord and bring him into a relationship. See, so the Lord cleanses the inside of the temple. See, but most people are only getting the outside of the temple cleansed by rules, regulations, and fastings and everything. This is the stronger way. See, the Lord comes inside our temple. He comes inside our temple and touches us and cleanses us from the inside. That's why, when I was awakened, I was amazed. I felt like this took a bath from the inside. Like people, Brahmins, the best you can do as a Brahmin, you take a bath on the outside, right? Get cleansed on the outside. See, but devotees get cleansed from the inside. That's why if you don't take a bath and you're in a kind of a mode of goodness kind of guy, you don't take a bath one day, you will feel dirty. I forget often, one day, sometimes even 2 days. I just forget. But I don't forget this, because this cleansing is the real cleansing from the inside, because the Lord does that. Because why? You're a devotee. See, you're a devotee and he cleanses you. He takes responsibility for you. Because you make him happy. Just for that, he's the king, right? You make him happy, then you get a lot of blessings because he's a rich guy, wealthy person. See? Matter of fact, you start to feel happy, like you become a crazy, mad person. You become happy when the king's happy. You lose your happiness in this world. And then you only get this happiness of God. Yeah, you lose your worldly happiness. It's a sad thing. Sad, so sad. It's death, grieving. That's why people come here. When they first come, there's a sadness stage, because you're dying. You come here to die. Die to live. This is the life. Come to the real party, right? This is the real party, man. Like when people say, I feel so sad. I say, oh, wow, that's so wonderful. Hey, you're dying. Let's just go hard. He's a crazy guy. What does he want me? He says, he's happy that I'm dying. Yeah, you got to die to live. To live, everybody else is living their death. Living in death, Death are the modes of nature, mode of passion, ignorance, and even goodness for a devotee. That's why I poo-poo the rules and regulations, because I got to do this. I got to preach like the Bhagavatam. I got to say that, like Prahlad said in the last verses, that you can't purify yourself by being a perfect Brahmin. People think you can. These gurus think they can. Yeah, or devotees aspire. I want to be a Brahmin. My Prabhupada said be a Brahmin in Varnashrama. And Gaur, he says, poo-poo. You know? No, we're here about, hey, get the Lord awakened on the inside and get him to cleanse you by grace and by the Holy Spirit of devotion, Bhakti Lata Bij. That's what we do here. And I haven't seen anybody else do that. Narayana is saying, oh yeah, I got all these feelings. I got all these great things. But you guys are sorry, you can't get it, man. It'll be many lifetimes for you. Yeah. Gohari said, yeah, I got this, man. I got the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. It's wonderful, man. Blessings of Prabhupada, blessings of Krishna. I get it every day. It's so wonderful. Hey. Many life. No. Just come and develop faith that this is better than Narayan Raj. This is better than ISKCON. This is topmost. This is 1,000 times better than somebody that won't give you something like this. Well, you know, what are you not spiritual greedy? Don't you want ecstasy? Don't you want God to awaken inside and cleanse you and make you wealthy and rich in bhakti? Yeah, anybody praising anything else going on in ISKCON or Narayan Raj or the Radhakund Babajis is stupid. You're just a fool, man. Come on, they all said, can't give you diddly squat. Look at my wife, ex-wife, 20 years with the Radhakund Babajis, and she's still, when are you going to get me a little bhakti? And that's okay, I'll wait many lifetimes because you're so great. And here we're just throwing it all around, real bhakti, awakening people left and right. Anybody has faith in what we're doing, commitment to what we're doing, realizes this is really true, has faith, not blind, because we show you people are getting bhakti here. And not one can you show one disciple of Radhanath or Jayapataka. This ain't offensive. This is called clear thinking, critical thinking in a good way, man. Logic, clear logic that you get when God is cleansing you on the inside. They don't have it. You think, no, I'm going to follow Radhanath and Narayan Raj so long. Did they give you any bhakti? No, but I don't care. That's stupid, man. What, didn't you get any brains being with those persons? Didn't you learn anything? No, of course not, because only real devotees have true logic. Only true devotees are clear thinkers, because the Lord is truly cleansing them inside, and they're not lying to you. They don't bullshit you. They don't exaggerate because they want to be gurus and they want this and they want that. All I want is relationship with God, and everything comes from that. I don't have to think about all that other stuff, man. Just relationship. Be here now in the perfect way. Be here with Krishna. So that's what it's about. It's about being intelligent. You want to be less intelligent? Go think like that out there. Go think, worship people that won't give me any bhakti now. Put yourself back 2,000 years ago with Jesus Christ. That's what basically the Pharisees were saying. No, I'm not going to worship Jesus. No, I'm going to worship Moses and do hard rules and regulations, or at least appear like I'm doing them, but I'll make you do them because you're stupid enough to follow my order. Because this hypocrisy runs the friggin' world here. Hypocrisy in politics, hypocrisy in religious politics. You following hypocrites. You believe in hypocrites. Even here, the hypocrites come. You notice? We got some hypocrites who want to steal this bhakti. See, and they're thrown back on the outside of this place here. And then they can go and criticize in their little inner circles. That's the way we're. Aren't we glad to get rid of those guys? Now we can really worship. Isn't it nice to get rid of these guys that were actually backstabbing us and stabbing us in the back? Did you ever wonder why you guys were not happy with Shama Gauri and you go and see her? not happy with Johann in that situation there, and they don't like you because you're real devotees. See, this is the best thing that ever happened to Francis and Rade, man, to get out of that association, because otherwise you'll be hypocrites like him. It's all by association. When you don't want to be with them, that's when you're making advancement. I had one devotee, oh, please give me the benediction. And you know who you are. Please give me the benediction. I want to go and listen to Johann and Christina. Are you kidding? You want my benediction? I benedict you to never even look at their face if you're smart. Why do you want to go? That's the whole world in this illusion is run by the hypocrites. Yeah. You want to get over that. Don't you want to be delivered out of illusion? Well, develop attachment to the devotees here. Listen to them. Doesn't this make sense? Can you see that in material politics there's nothing but hypocrisy now? Can't you see in religion is so much hypocrisy? You have gurus who can't deliver you and you're worshiping them. Can't you see the hypocrisy in that? You think that, that's progression? No, you're stuck. Eh? You got to find the devotees who are cleansed from within, like the books say, Gundicha Temple. You got to hear from devotees. Don't I tell you the inner meanings of those stories? Do you think Jayapataka or Radhanath can tell you the inner? They don't have any idea. You think Johann can tell you the inner meaning? No, because they don't get it. They got to go through the door sincerely. Otherwise, they're thrown out of the kingdom, just like Jesus said. It's always the same truth. You go in through the door, otherwise you're thrown out of the kingdom. The real spiritual master, who is a resident of the Garden of Eden, Garden of Eden, closeness with God. Vrindavan, which is Garden of Eden explained. You want to know that personality? Well, you go through the resident. Who knows? They know that Lord, they know his past, they know his pitfalls. They know the obstacles. They point them out. Do I not point out the obstacles? Do you not see? Can you now recognize Putanas? Can you recognize Trinavartas? These obstacles, these demoniac forces that keep you. They're servants of Krishna. Vrindavan. Krishna doesn't want to be disturbed in his Vrindavan. He wants his nice pastimes there with his devotees. You want to get into that realm? Oops. Do you want to go there, Shyamasundari? You want to get into that realm of Vrindavan? Do you want to stay there? Yeah, well, you got to go through the door. Isn't it common sense? What is this, Narayan Raj and Radhanath and all that? Basically, they're saying, we are the door into Vrindavan. But I'm sorry, it's shut for you guys. You can't. But I'm in there. Believe it. Just believe it. You know what that's called? Scientific. You want to hear the science? It's called transformation hypnosis. You know how you guys believe in these guys out there, these idiots? Because you look around, you see in ISKCON, you see, oh, this is Vaishnavism. Wow. Look, they must be bona fide. They're all walking in positions of authority. This must be true. See? That's called mass formation hypnosis. That's like, what do you call it? Mainstream media in the religious circles. You see, well, it must be true. These guys must be qualified. You know how they do that? This is demoniac science. See? Demoniac science is they bypass your critical thinking by programming you, by mass formation. They have, oh, you see, these guys are all bona fide. They're all wearing dhotis. They're all got a rubber stamp. Everybody is saying that they're bona fide. Look at all their followers. Oh, glory, yeah, see? And you automatically bypasses critical thinking. See? And you just accept. And if Gohari comes and says, hey, Narayan Raj, you're really not qualified. I don't see your qualification. You haven't transmitted bhakti to anybody. You're not as great as people are saying you are. What? I'm just critical thinking. I can't help it that you react because you're programmed, because you're under mass formation hypnosis. Neuro-linguistic programming, that's a technique that the government uses, that all these religious organizations know about and use also. They all read these books, demoniac books. You know, that Bhagavan that everybody now is, oh, what a great person. You know what book they use that he used to read? Machiavelli philosophy. Just get it done, man. No matter how many people you fuck in the process. They use that in ISKCON. Just be guru any way you can do it. Any way you can cheat people or lie to them and steal from them, doesn't matter. Just get it done. That was a book they had, passing it around. And people worship. I call that mass formation hypnosis. You can't critically think. You can't say I'm offensive. I'm just think straight. What you don't want to think straight? Don't come here. Go unto the illusion. Go ahead and be controlled by the Maya, the illusory potency. You want to wake up? Come here. We'll wake you up, man. Throw cold water on you, get you to think straight. Yeah. See, qualifications of guru is chapter 1 of Adi Lila. They're the greatest devotee because you'll see that the Lord demonstrates that they have real bhakti, man, strong, better than Radhanath. See, I'm just critical thinking. See, by teaching people, this is part of the purification. See, they got more bhakti than Radhanath. Yeah. You see, just to wake you up, you got to react. You got to get that poison out of you that you've taken on. Yeah, more bhakti than Narayan Raja and the Radhakund Babajis demonstrated. Otherwise, you haven't found real guru. You don't know who real guru is. They can't prove they're the real guru. See, we got the real standard, isn't it? The devotee Bhagavat and the book Bhagavat, and the devotee Bhagavat teaches you what's in the real Bhagavat. Okay? Teaches you how to be a critical thinker. Why? Because the Lord is. People praise critical thinking, the intelligentsia, the ones who are smart in this world. And the demoniac people want to get rid of them, silence them, censor them. Okay? But the best critical thinker is the Lord. He outshines even the intelligentsia in this world. Because, of course, he's God. He's smarter. It all comes from him. Oh, how do you know that? Well, you got to meet a real devotee that shows you they are at the standard. The Lord does use them. The Lord does think through them and show you what his thinking is. Show how smart he is. He outsmarts the Narayan Rajas and the Radhakund Babajis and the ISKCON people who more or less are cheating you still. Yeah, they're cheating you. They didn't give you bhakti yet. You're still cheated, man. Because don't tell me you're a Raganuga Bhakti if you can't give Raganuga Bhakti to people. You're just bullshitting them, and they're still bullshit. That's a line of bullshitters. Well, they're going around, yeah, we're Raganuga, purebhakti.com. Where's the fucking pure bhakti? Nowhere to be seen. Where? Oh, what kind of hypocrisy is that? I'm here to smash hypocrisy. Where's my hammer? Where's my club? Club. Oh, it's already here. See, you don't even have to see any hands move. It's all done by the voice. It's true. Hey man, God creates and destroys by the voice. Did you know that? Oh, you won't know that until you hear a devotee speak, because he uses them. He uses them to smash everything. Smash all this bullshit, man. Why? So we can build back better. Yes, like Klaus Schwab. We just, he's doing it on that level. We do it on this level. We smash your illusion. We smash your idols, your idols. To me, I look at these ISKCON gurus and all these so-called gurus out there. They're like rock stars, with a lot of followers who believe them, but can't do anything for them. Can't prove much for them. If you don't have your bhakti awakened, you're taking another birth, man. Or if you come here and steal this bhakti, you're taking another birth if you're a stealer and a thief, because the proof is what comes out of your mouth. Blasphemy, lies, blah, blah, blah. Gohari and Lalita, I don't want to see their face, all that stuff. Oh, I guess you're not going to Vrindavan. There's a lot of faces like Lalita's there. Can you see the bhajik? Can you see the bewildering? That's the Lord's Maya. Can you see that's less intelligent to be somebody like that? Can you imagine somebody saying, I don't want to see Lalita's face? That is downright stupid. Who would want to be there? Radhe, Francis, why would you want to be with a person like that? Can you imagine where that guy is going? Pretty dark place, man. The glories of devotees. Let's see, where are we at here? Oops. Prahlad prayed, how is it possible for me? Oh, wait a second. By the touch of Nrsingadev's hand on Prahlad Maharaj's head, Prahlad was completely freed of all material contamination and desires, as he had been thoroughly cleansed. Therefore, he at once became transcendentally situated. Yeah, this is called mercy, man. People think they got to work for it. That's what's been taught in Vaishnavism and religion. If you're still in religion, they tell you by your works you're saved, and it's going to take a long time because you got to be perfect like God is perfect. But that's not right. That's not the real path. The real path is taught by the example of Prahlad. He was touched and cleansed by God. See? And then all the devotional sin began to manifest. I read the same story this morning, or heard it. Heard the same story. Yeah, heard the same story with this morning with Lord Chaitanya. See, Lord Chaitanya embraced the king's son, and the king's son got the grace like Prahlad got. He started to shake, he started to cry, and he got all the devotional symptoms. See? What work did that king's son do? Nothing but get embraced by the Lord. Oh, and then he goes back home and embraces his father, and his father started to shake and cry and all the symptoms of devotion from the son. And what did Lord Chaitanya said? In the beginning of the pastime, he said, bring this father, I don't want to meet with the father, bring the son to me, because if meeting the son is like meeting the father. Okay? And it's reversed too. Matter of fact, you want to meet the father, you got to meet the son. You see how conclusive the Lord teaches so perfectly, like a genius. You want to meet my Father? You better meet the Son. Because the Lord refused to meet the Father. He said, no, I'm not going to meet the Father. Bring the Son to me. So he transfers this potency to the Son. And the Son goes to his Father and embraces him, and he got the potency that way. This is a disciplic line that Narayan Raj can't teach you. He can't embrace you. And you get bhakti. He can't, by his voice, give you bhakti. He didn't give one person bhakti that I've seen. Radhanath also, all of ISKCON can't do that. But we do that. Why? Because the real potency must be here. That sounds pretty critical thinking here. Huh? Pretty logical, pretty clear. How come these fools don't understand this? And I say, you're foolish. How dare you be guru? How dare you have a Raganuga Sangha and can't think like this and think as it is and explain clearly what a real disciplic line is and why it works here. I have a t-shirt, but I just speak to you in a certain way and bhakti awakens in people. Why? Because the Lord is really working here. It's true, not a lie, not bullshit, not wishful thinking. Oh, my Guru Dave is so great. What's so great about it? I don't fucking know. I have no idea, but my Guru Dave's so great. What kind of logic is that? What kind of intelligence is that? And they call me mad. Crazy. Maybe I'm just their therapist and they don't know it. And they're just projecting it on their therapist. And so that's a disciplic line. So you got to meet the Son, right? You got to meet the Son to meet the Father. Meeting the Father means you meet the Father. Oh, this is how I meet, by experiencing. Oh, God comes into me like a ghost. Remember the fisherman? The Lord touched him and a ghost entered him. He's crying, laughing like a madman, kind of like Lalita. Ghost entered her. Watch out, stay away from her. Ghost entered. Yeah. So come on, man. Chop, chop. Anybody got a brain? Everybody want a brain? Come here. The wizard will give you a brain, man. Start thinking straight. Come to the devotees. We've been touched by Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. Can't you see? Can't you see? And if you touch us here in this Sangha, because we carry the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, you're going to be like that too. You want tears pour out of your eyes? You want the greatest gift in the world? You want to be a god and goddess of fortune? You want everything to flow? You listen to Shama Sundari. She's starting to get it, man. She's like, oh, God, man, I just turn it over to the Lord. He does, Yeah, because you're a devotee, because you believe in a devotee, because you come and stay in the radiance of real devotees. You're realizing these things, how important it is, and your faith is growing. That means your good fortune grows by how much your faith in what we're doing grows. Your realization that you're in the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya again, revived, and guaranteed he's working here. The whole parampara is here and nowhere else that I've seen. They're all false followers. Yeah, false followers. Prove you got this bhakti and transmit like what you read in the book here, then you're not guru. Yeah. Yes, it's correct. Those who awaken bhakti are certainly guru. Yes. In other words, the opposite is true. Yes, it's correct. Those who don't awaken bhakti are certainly not guru. To me, this is just logic. I like Lord Chaitanya's logic. It's very simple, very clear. I just transmit that. I just tell you that. They tell you all kinds of word jugglery bullshit to put themselves on the stage of the world. and to be worshipped and be, all of that name and fame, donkey urine. Where's the donkey here, man? They like to drink this stuff. I don't know why. I like to drink the real stuff, man. They drink this. They don't get intoxicated. Well, they guess they do, but it's a very low grade. They get false prestige. Oh, look at us. We're powerful gurus, man. Look, we have so many followers. Yeah, but what can you do, man? What power has given to you by the God, the Almighty One? Well, to look good, we got a lot of followers, we look good. We do rituals when we have to, we don't like to, but we kind of do it because it's our job, man. We're we got to have a job. We like this position because we can fly all over the world. We just give the illusion that we're better than our followers. We're not any better. Might be worse too, but still they believe our bullshit. That's called demoniac. Did you know that? The demons are all running the planet like that. Hey man, they believe our bullshit. We're lying to them. We cheat them and we love doing it. And we just continue to do it because they believe our bullshit. They believe they can they're in mass formation hypnosis. Did you know that? That's how they did it with that. That's how they got it. Says a big percent of the population said, well, it must be right. Everybody's saying, get this. It's do it for the others, do it for the world, do it. It's great. Everybody's doing it. Come get your donut. We'll give you donuts. Krispy Kremes, we'll give you McDonald's French fries, and all that stuff. Wow, I'll get a hamburger, man, if I go and get that. And it must be right. They're all saying that. Our authorities are all praising it. See, mass formation hypnosis. Thinking like, critical thinkers think like this. I'll tell you how I thought. I did a little research, just a little bit even. And I said, okay, first of all, 99.9% survival rate from that. Oh, why should I get that? Better chance surviving without it. Because who knows what's in that needle? Oh, by the way, why are they confining people that are not sick? Because the doctors say, God, the ones that, have a brain, because I listened to all sides, and the doctor said, the ones who have a brain said, we've never confined people that are not sick. Where did this all come from? Where did this well, it's mass formation. They just said it's right. That's the science, and you got to believe it. That's how they pulled the scam. And they censored the ones who are critical thinkers and said, well, this isn't right. Oh, and then how they determined those people should be confined is the PCR test. You know what that's about? The PCR test was developed by a guy that I studied, and he made this thing. And you know what he said? He said, by the way, this PCR test, anything you want to see in this microscope will be there, no matter how small it is, whatever you want to see, and you can magnify it. And so the demon government thought, wow, this is a great thing. We'll magnify certain virus to make it, we'll blow it out of proportion and say, woo, we got to confine these people. And then the guy who made the PCR test, he said, not use this for diagnosis. The guy who made the friggin' PCR test said you should not use it. Do not use this thing. And they used it. And you know what else he said? He said that Fauci is a mother. He says that guy is so false. That guy is such a cheater. See? Oh, by the way, in 2019, he just suddenly died. Somehow or other. They didn't want that guy around because you know what he would say. So that's the world people believe in. Yeah, this is just a little bit of logic, that if you have a brain still and you're not subject to mass formation hypnosis. I wasn't because, my Lord protects me. And that's why I pay it forward, man. And I tell you, did Johann believe this? Did Madhusudana believe this stuff? No. Why? Because they're not real devotees. They don't know what that is. They're devotees of their father. Their father is these demoniac forces still. They believe in them. And they will stay there until they realize that they're being cheated by those who these are principalities that make them like that. And they believe in these principalities and they're confusing them and lying to them and cheating to them. See, I'm here to get people through those obstacles, those principalities. See? Who can do that? You think any of these guys, they're serving those principalities too. There's a lot of demoniac forces controlling these gurus. I just pointed it out. Hypocrisy. See, the hypocrisy of Putana. Putana is she's a false resident of Vrindavan. She's not real. That's the gurus out there. If you're not a real resident, the person head of our disciplic line is a gopi, a resident of Vrindavan, real, genuine. If you're not that, you're caught by Putana. You're trying to do what she did. Go into Vrindavan and act like a real devotee. That's the essence. And every guru I've seen so far is like that. Putana, they're still serving Putana. Because they're not real representatives. And don't tell me you're not like that because you took the name spiritual master and you took disciples who worship you to go to Vrindavan, and you can't bring them there because you're a false fucking devotee. You're not the real thing. Who else would confront the whole thing like this? Oh yeah, I did. He did exactly what I'm doing now. Did you know? Because when deliverance is here, this is its style. A great sage is not a great sage unless their opinion differs from others, right? Except the book, except the real scriptures. That's why there's the book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat. And understanding the book Bhagavat is rare, and understanding the devotee Bhagavat is rare. But if you're fortunate, you're delivered if you believe them. I asked these gurus to come and show some that they're bona fide, and nobody comes forward. What, they haven't heard our videos? What about Shama Sundari's? Her ex-guru, he can come. Why don't he come? Why don't you invite him? Why don't he come prove that he's a real Babaji? If he has disciples, then he said, I can get you to Vrindavan. Otherwise, he's just a bullshitter, man. He's no better than you worshipers there. What? You can't go to Vrindavan on your own, and he can't. What makes him better than you? Isn't that just simple logic? I like your guru to come here and say, yeah, I'm a resident of Vrindavan. And okay, you say it, and then now you prove it. How does he prove it? Well, just pick up your bead bag and chant with us. And let's see if the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is inside your temple, cleansing you, washing you with that water that he went in the temple. What do you think that water, you think that's regular water he was using? That's the tears. See, washing the temple. He was throwing it on the walls. It was great. Throw it on the walls. Wash the temple. All right, I said my spiel. Now what does Shama Sundari say? But we need work from the inside. You want to explain that there, Shama Sundari? Go ahead. You got the floor. I made my case.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Yeah, you've said that they think that they have to work their ass, to achieve Krishna, and they work external, they do all these duties. And you said that Krishna touch and mercy is enough. And what I've meant, but we still should work from the inside. We have to do our part. I mean, this is what is showing in my life. You know, the last 2 weeks I had to give away my all mental and material stuff from the inside, from my temple, and trust to Krishna. And it was like bewildering and beautiful and wow. And now I feel like I have to install Krishna in my daily life, you know. It's like without him is everything so nonsense, you know, nothing gives taste. But I have to, and I want to do my stuff. So I have to find the way with my inner, you know, intelligence, with my inner cleaning. I have to figure it out how to implement them. And it's different than before, because 1 year ago it was like, okay, I felt it, and then I couldn't get over this feeling, you know. I thought, okay, I cannot do this both, because here I feel like crazy, and I feel like I'm losing time. I didn't know, and now I feel my part. He shows me my part, and it's the it's beautiful and rewarding process. But I have no idea how people would do this without awareness of their part, of their inner work. Yeah, of course, it's Mercy Krishna is powerful, the most powerful. But when we not shift from the inner, you know, when we don't choose, when we don't give up, when we don't implement, when we don't understand what is going on with us and how to, you know, categorize this from the within, then I don't know how to do this. I'm trying like this from the inside.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, there's changes when you come and hear here, because what have I been preaching? I've been preaching, abandon your opinions. See that your opinions don't work. Abandon your opinions. Abandon your opinions. So you finally start getting it and acting on that. So it is about a hearing. And spontaneously, when you have the right program that makes sense, oh, yeah, okay, it's my opinions that are in the way. All right, abandon opinion. Okay, what opinions to accept? Well, the opinions that we're studying the front. See, it says abandon you. Those who abandon their opinions and take on these conclusive truths, they can get it because it goes in. It's only holding on to the ways that don't work, that don't cause the transformation. Holding on. No, I'm a right fighter. No, my idea is better than yours, Gohari. No. See, I'm just saying, I'm just presenting, well, your idea doesn't work, not as well as this. Your ideas are archaic and are like low grade, and this is high grade because this is already tested and proven to get people into the kingdom. That's why it's in this book. You know, see? And so abandon your own opinions and take on the opinions of the Lord in the book. The real spiritual master just brings you God's opinion, because they accept it. It's changed them, and therefore they're committed. You know, that's the witness. I'm also a witness. Hey man, these opinions are great that the Lord has. I find my shelter in those opinions. I've been letting go of these other things. It works, man. And just let me live in Krishna, man. Let me in Krishna's word. Let me live in Krishna's his name. Yeah. Let everything else go. Let it like just bleed out. And then this comes in, the pure water, the pure bhakti. See, it's a process. So it takes some time. See, and so that's you think you're doing from within, but basically God is helping you. See, he helps you from within and outside. See, so you have to see that it's the Lord who is really helping us from within and outside. It's like we'll start to act when we got a good program. You know, the program is God's program, not the world's program of motivated gurus who want to be high and, got their false prestige, or working out their ego trips, working out what they didn't got as a child, and they still think that people, can do. They want to, like that kind of stuff. They were a beaten father, and then they go and beat their dependents. This is a whole different. This is different. We're presenting God's truths. And it purifies you. You let things go. Like, say, it took a while, like a year or so, and now you're acting that way, letting things go, and you find it works. It's great. And then now you get the bhakti, and you're getting more surrender to it. That it's really good. It actually helps your life. It actually is an empowerment to your life. It's a new way. A great way. It's an upgraded program. Now you're not doing Windows XP. Now you're doing Windows 11, man. It's a much better program. Okay? And here there's no other upgrade beyond this. This is the final upgrade. This is the finishing work now. Now you just live in relationship and everything is blessed. People are blessed by your association, even if they go against you. You think that group is not blessed over there? They're blessed just because they're against the fire. How can they not burn being against the fire? That's why I keep stirring up, man. So they keep going. It's just like Kamsa. You start obsessing. Krishna, I hate that. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Yeah. Gaur, he's teaching, blah, 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 blah. See? They're against the fire. That's their way of purification. I wouldn't recommend it if you're here. But some people, that's their nature. Snakes are snakes,
It helped me enormous. I got right now another fruit from you, another meal. It helped me so much what you've just said. I hear from your mouth amazing things. They are just doing some explosions in my consciousness. It's hard to describe, but it's so beautiful. It feels, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This process is wow.
Yeah. Well, I have a team member that's really smart. Just a second here. This popped up here. Yeah, I have a team member who's very smart. He's a smart one. I'm just his kind of mouthpiece.
Yeah, and I just want to add that when I surrender and when I trust in your word, and when I don't fight and don't control, then I can your every lecture really think the deeper and the new stuff, new deep stuff. Every lecture, actually every word. Actually, even when you describe Maya Tattva, then it's giving, it's amazing. And then I think about this Christiana and this Gurdun and this Johan team, that they just got small bliss and then they turned against, and this is so stupid. This is so unbelievably stupid because it must be pride. It must be pride, because I cannot explain how you have this guru. You are real guru. I mean, nobody teach you. You got it from him, and that's why it's so powerful. It works like magic. I swear. It makes magic with everything, my mind, my brain, my energy, my body, with everything, my relations, my external, my internal, my Krishna relationships, magic on all fronts, And then I came here. I had to work, today. And I said to Krishna, 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 do this with me, do this with me, do this with me. And we did it awesome, People are writing comments that they feel uplifted, that they are happy, blah, 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 whatever. And then I have to implement, I see you live. And then I want to implement, but I'm coming, I have to. And then you say what you've said. and it opened me again, like like new lotus flowers are blossoming, you know, like they are always blossoming. So I think it's very pity, and I see that those people are very arrogant and ignorant, and they are far away from true, and they are losing a lot, and they are like puffing in their pride, and this is very yeah, shastric situation.
Yeah, it's just their path, you know. It's their you know, that's their nature. They come, and it's just like in the in India, they have the deities of Radha and Krishna, and they have Krishna deity, and there are snakes wrapped around his legs. See? And so the snakes are very attracted to Krishna. They're attracted to Krishna's potency. So they actually protect Krishna. They protect us here. See, now because they're protecting the Dham. They're protecting it. You notice who's being collected amongst those persons? People of that nature. They're not coming here. They're going there. So that's their service, you know. That's why Krishna told Kalya, who was like that, he said, sorry, I have devotees in Vrindavan. You got too much poison. You know, you got to stay on the outside of the Dham. Just protect the Dham from those who don't want to come in the right way. And so that's Johan's thing, because he doesn't come. He's an example for people who don't want to come in through the door. You notice they all go there. They're not coming here now and bothering us. So thank you, Johan, for your service, man. Yeah, get more Christinas and more Taruns, and you know, whoever there, you just keep them there. They're outside the door. See? So believe it or not, that's where he'll make his progress. See? That's why he says, you know, that's why he calls me a spiritual master still. You notice? He admits that I have bhakti. See, he says that. So because there's a certain kind of faith there, but it's a bit twisted, you know, it's competitive and all that. So, you know, we just keep them there. See, what happened in Vrindavan 5,000 years ago happens here again. This is how you learn the real philosophy. It's not just book learning. It's about application of the book in our life here. Okay? And that's the path. You know, the devotee is the path. The devotee causes the same conditions to happen and overcomes the same conditions for themselves and for others, so that they can, they just follow the way. That's what's in the book, basically, is those persons who have overcome the obstacles to get into the kingdom. It's like a map, but you got to be empowered to understand that map. Understand these esoteric principles, these principalities like Putana, these obstacles and all of that stuff, how it keeps people out of the kingdom. You got to understand how to read this map, and that's what we learn here. Very rare opportunity, actually. All Prabhupada did was put it all in the books and present it for us to preach for those who are ready. But if you don't come in the door, you won't understand anything that we know. Look, 6 years, Johan, Madhusudans don't understand what Christina, whatever she did, don't understand nothing. Yeah. Okay, a little bit more here. So, Prahlad Maharaj fixed his mind and sight upon Lord Nishingadev with full attention. In complete trance, with a fixed mind, he began to offer prayers in love with a faltering voice. Yeah. So that's devotees. They're like they fix their mind on the form. Even when a person is chanting, a devotee, when they're empowered, you know, and purified by the Lord from within, they can fix their mind in trance, and they actually see the Lord. They remember the Lord in great ecstasy, you know, and you know, things like that. And whatever they're doing, chanting or speaking or praying, It's beautiful. It's really wonderful, these things. Prahlad Maharaj prayed, how is it possible for me? Oh, Lilita, you start reading a little bit here. Text number 8.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. All glories to you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Prahlada Maharaj. He prayed, how is it possible for me, who have been born in a family of Asuras, to offer suitable prayers to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Even until now, all the demigods, headed by Lord Brahma, and all the saintly persons, they could not satisfy the Lord by streams of excellent words, although such persons are very qualified, being in the mode of goodness.
There you go. I like that. Being qualified. He knew that wasn't really qualified because he preached about it in previous verses. But people think, oh, this is a demigod type person. Oh, look at, they act really nicely in the mode of goodness. They're qualified. See, no. You got to go through the real qualification, which is in these pastimes. The essence of the qualification is Prahlad had a spiritual master. His spiritual master was Narada Muni. Narada Muni was an ecstatic devotee. And Narada Muni didn't preach rules and regulations to Prahlad. He taught him the essence of pure devotional service and its principles. Okay? Oh, and by the way, he was already an ecstatic devotee before he entered the womb. He was just showing the example. Okay? So that's why he was more qualified, because he had a real guru, he had great faith in, very deeply believed in Narada. He never gave it up. His mother forgot all about it, because he was he was in the womb, and Narada's preaching to the mother, and the kid is really attentively listening, but the mother wasn't. See, she forgot everything, but he didn't forget anything. He came out of the womb and was a devotee anyway, but because, devotees are like that. Devotees love transcendental philosophy, transcendental understanding. They love to hear from a living representative, of God, because it's uncommon, it's different, it's unusual, and it's very enlivening and purifying, and it's like true love, it's otherworldly. So he attentively heard. See, so how is it he got? Well, he it doesn't directly say this, but it does in the Bhagavatam. If you read this chapter now, you'll see everything I say is in there, but you wouldn't have seen it before. You don't see it how all the boxes are ticked. It's just like even in the level of the world, that what's his name? David Icke. If you listen to him, he'll tick all the boxes of how the demons are controlling the planet and doing all these things, and they have an agenda, and what that agenda, he'll just tick this box, this box, this box, this box. See? He can go up to a certain level of thinking that he is like God. Okay, he can tick these boxes. And people will let, wow, they get there and become intelligent. They got thousands of people read his books, and he goes and does lectures all over the world. Thousands of people come, millions now actually, and they're getting some intelligence from him. But he can't tick these boxes that the Bhagavatam ticks, because he also has to have a guru that's smarter, that understands what's beyond that oneness with God, which may give you the idea that he's God. See? He has to meet a real Vaishnava who has the different level of realization progressively beyond even Paramatma, if he really wants it. See, that's the Bhagavan level of realization. See, so that's what it preach here. This is what it's preaching over and over again. Get a bona fide guru like Narada Muni, who has the blessings of the Lord from within. See, and he laughs, he cries, he chokes up. He has all these great realizations and understandings and logic and everything. You're with the smartest person in the world, smarter than Einstein. All devotees are like that. They're all very smart because the Lord is smart and they're surrendered to the true Lord. They know the nature of the true Lord. They teach the nature of the true Lord. You come here, you're going to learn the real nature of Krishna, the real nature of Radha, the real nature of Lord Chaitanya, the real nature of why, the reason for the Lord's appearance in this world, to taste this ecstasy, the mellows of love of Krishna, and to distribute to others. So you'll learn that, and then you'll get this. If you come in the door, if you're a good student, if you're a twisted mind or something like that's over there with Johan and his group, you'll think, I'm just as good as we're better than these, and then go, all right, now let's just go and plunder whatever we can get and take your. Let's see if we can pollute some of his students, and because that would be a big feather in our cap if we can lie, cheat, and steal one of his, like we tried to steal the bhakti, and we got some fake thing. Maybe we can convert some of his followers into believing our bullshit and become like us, less intelligent. That's the way they think. Putana was going all over Vrindavan, and the young babies, she could kill people, but the babies who trusted, this is my mother. Isn't that basically what she does in the world? You go to these gurus, we're your mother and father. See, Putana's like that. Oh, yes, listen to suck on my nipple, my heart. Let me give you my heart. Let me give you my hypocrisy. And then you get a heart of hypocrisy. That's their discipline line. That's a Johan line. Let me give you my heart. I'll talk about love. Love is basically hating the real guru. That's a true act of love. Hate Gaurahari. Don't want to look at his face like I don't. That is pure love. That is so. Talk about contamination. Can you see it? Talk about poison. And you wonder why I say be careful there, you newcomers. She's a baby killer. You listen to blaspheme of real devotees, you inherit that, unless you're able to stand up with confidence and just defeat those persons, or at least give them a good licking. Yeah. See, that's all in the book. I'm just telling you what's in the book, man. You got to hear it all, man. You got to hear these lessons. You want to stay on the real path, right? You don't want to fall over there. You don't want to fall in the mud or the quicksand. This is part of staying on the path. Okay, continue. Freddie says, what nipple okay. So you suck on the nipple of pure Harikatha. See, the absolute truth as it is. You suck on that nipple and you will be aroused transcendentally. See, you'll be purified and aroused spiritually, and that's beautiful. So you counteract material lust with spiritual lust. You like, wow, like Shama Sundari. Wow, what you said, was so great. That's like a spiritual ecstasy, spiritual orgasm type thing. That's
It's the nipple of Radharani. It's the wine they are drinking, actually.
Yeah.
That's the real one.
Yeah. So that's the one you got to get. Otherwise, you can get the Putana has got two nipples too, right? Nipples is the path, is the the apple that eating of the good and evil, material dualities, good and evil. Both nipples are foul. Lord Chaitanya taught this in Chaitanya Mangal. Lord Chaitanya said there's 5 fingers outstretched, and on one of them is honey. That's pure devotional service. That's the finger. That's the nipple you want to suck on. That's the finger you want to lick, with the one with the real honey. The real honey is pure devotional service given by the pure devotees when they're given it. That's the only honey in this world. Everything else is foul. Even goodness, you can be a good person doing good deeds. There's still foul there. It's still materially motivated, still impure. You can love the perfect man or perfect woman that with nice material qualities and all that. It's still foul. It's not the real honey. You could be, you could be a good person, following the Vedas and everything like that, like Daksha, but still it's foul. It's only pure devotional service that Lord Shiva was doing. Gave him deeper intelligence, deeper understanding, like God understands. That's what we teach here. We actually just teach God's understanding, and when you get that, then you have when you can appreciate God's understanding, you take shelter of God's understanding, like I do. See, if you worship the Lord, you'll become like your guru here. You'll be Bhagavad Gita 10:10, to those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy. I give them the understanding. That's his understanding. I give that to you, that he gives me. I give them real transcendental knowledge. That's what he gives me. I give it to you. And that's called guru. And if you don't have this kind of knowledge by experience of being Bhagavad Gita 10:10, well, then you're over there with the hypocrites who are claiming to be that but aren't. And therefore, what their understanding is not going to be God understanding. It's going to be a little twisted and poisoned, more or less. Even in goodness, like Daksha, look at his understanding. It was still had poison in it of envy, jealousy, and competition with Shuddha Bhakti. See? He needed to be more purified. See, and Shiva did it. Shiva purified him, by the way he did it. We also purify people that have that misconception that some good guru can even deliver you. I told you, Narayan Maharaj was a good guy. Sachi met him. She said, oh, he's a nice guy. Yeah, he's a nice guy, but it's not good enough. Daksha was a nice guy, sort of, until he confronted a real devotee. Then the real colors came out. He went against him. Same thing. Narayan Maharaj was a good guy. And then I come and meet him, and he steals 2 of my disciples. Literally, thief. Oh, is that? So I guess it's not perfect, that goodness, huh? Yeah, he was austere, did all this thing, preached renunciation, preached the highest guru is the most renounced guru, preached all these things, but that's not very clean. Not clean enough. Yeah, I don't preach. I preach what it is in the book. Those who have pure love of God, that's the ones do. Whether you see symptoms of other things in them, but if you see the symptoms of pure love of God, that's where to be. Yeah. Okay, read on there, Lalita. Oh, you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
No. Oh, no. Well, I can say something. Well, referring back to what Shamasundari said, I read here, but we need to work from the inside. And I hear my daughter speaking. She follows a Mayavadi guru. And he says to her, I will make you self sufficient and you've got to work from the inside. But that's actually not what's happening here. Here, it's actually surrendering means get rid of that control and don't work anymore, because this is the message, the happy message of mercy. Your sins are forgiven. Krishna is taking care of you from now on, and he will purify you. It is surrendering is leaving that idea of I need to work from the inside. That's also a Mayavadi opinion.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, well, it's a last vestige of control. But actually, that's why I said that it's by coming and hearing that these ideas of the Bhagavatam start to sink in, which is letting go, and then you're able to act. That's why you got to hear. I mean, that's how they're doing it in another way in the world. You're hearing these thoughts of Big Brother out there trying to control your behavior and your mind, see, so that you will act like put the mask on in the fresh air. See, that's because they hear, and because but the thing is, see, their instruction has material motive. They're not really acting for your welfare. They're acting for their plans and their welfare. That's selfishness. That's the demoniac thing. They're programming you like this. Well, the similar thing happens when you're programmed by the scriptures. Okay? So you're hearing, I'm just telling you again and again and again, these verses that encapsulate these programs, and you start to act according to them. But the action is beautiful and freeing and frees other people, because it's God's pure intelligence in these scriptures when it's purely presented. So you start to act with God's intelligence on different things. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
So by the word, yeah, go ahead.
Let him in and let him work. Yeah.
Yeah, by the word. Who is, you see, in the beginning was the word was with God, the word was God. People think that's only God's word. No, that can be a demon's word. That could be a demigod's word. That becomes your God, their word. But their word's still full of material selfishness, more or less. Self-aggrandizements, material motives. For example, you go to a guy like Tony Robbins. The guy is a nice guy, he wants to help humanity and all that, but is it completely pure? No, there's always something in the background, some agenda, some subtle agenda, like he's given a free program. This is a good example. He's given a free, absolutely free. Oh man, we do this once a year, just absolutely free. Yeah. No, it's just to give you a little taste. It's called a teaser. And then you're going to go and pay for his other program, guaranteed, if you're, he hooks you into it. That's what that's all about. See, there's always an agenda. See, he's got a teaser. And then what happens? You got to pay a lot of money, and then you're hooked on that thing that he's hooked on. He's got to get this rush from all these people and, big thing. Make a lot of money, you're going to be rich, and all this. That's the world. See, here, you're also hearing, is there a motive here? Yeah. Hey, I got to be honest with you guys. Yeah, I got a motive. Yeah. Oh, you'll never know. That's Mayavadi to think, desireless and no desires and no motives. And I'm a selfless servant. That's why that Radhanath is telling you Mayavadi stuff still. He's got a mixture. A lot of that stuff in there. No. I just be honest with you. Yeah. I'm not into selfless, sir. I'm here to serve Krishna, man. I'm here to serve Krishna in your heart, man. No, I'm clear about that. No selfless. I don't like Maya, that bullshit, that lie. No. I'm here. Well, I'm a servant of Krishna. I'm a servant of the servants of Krishna. See? That's my position. That's your position. Hear that long enough and you'll start to act like that. Why? Because it's God's truth, right? It's the truth. It's the eternal truth, not the temporary truth that I'm a servant of Tony Robbins who's going to die and his philosophy is going to die. Because it just comes and goes. This is eternal philosophy. I'm just preaching. Hey, look, Prahlad preached this more than 10,000 years ago, and I'm still preaching it. Because it's eternal philosophy. It makes you immortal. Do you want to be an immortal? Well, you are already immortal, but you forgot. So let me remind you all. That's preaching, is to remind yourself and remind others of our immortality. What's the opposite? How do you stay in this world of cycle of birth and death? People will remind you that you're a body, that you're your mind, that your emotions. Oh, and especially the demoniac, they like to remind you that you should be in fear and anxiety and feel troubled, because that's how they control you. Oh, we have a solution to that. Come to the local pharmacy and take some meds. Oh, we have a solution for you. Go to your local pot store over there in California and pay all that expensive money for that. Oh, we got a solution for you. See? Motivated, materially motivated. Yeah. But we do the same thing. But you got to feel which deal is better. We got a solution for you out there. Come and listen to Hari Katha. Become a real devotee. Abandon your material opinions that don't work. Become Satchidananda manifestation in this world. Become God's true servant in this world. Man, it's really great. It's a fantastic job. You're working for the highest corporation. Oh, and all of a sudden people give you the respect that you don't care that you get. You're just too busy giving respect to respectable persons and relishing the mellows of that. See? Well, overcome the cycle of birth and death, and you help others do that too. Now that's wonderful work.
You've got to overcome the fear.
Yeah.
Like
See, people don't know. Yeah, and you overcome the fear by being in your real position. Your real position is you're Satchidananda, man. You're eternal. You have eternal spiritual form. See, we're all eternal. We're part of that family. Let me remind you, there's one family, man. We're all family related to that one supreme personality of Godhead. Yeah, and we work for that Lord. We play for that Lord. No work is play.
Yeah, actually, like the guru of my daughter says, I'm gonna make you self-sufficient and independent, and I feel so deeply that we need to depend, because you can't overcome fear. You cannot do anything. You just belong to him and you depend on him, and you've got to trust him, and he will do the job. He takes it away. He takes away that fear. He takes away that control. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, you see, that's a false path. That's the Mayavadi path. It doesn't work. It gives you hope. Oh, wow, because it sounds good, right? Be independent. I'll make you independent. But you know what you're saying is basically, I'll make you independent, and that means you're alone. See, you're independent on your own. Devotee knows the truth that sets you free. Truth that sets you, oh, I'm free. I'm independent by being dependent on the Lord. But I'm not just independent, I'm independent of the Lord's Maya. by being dependent on the Lord's Yoga Maya. I'm independent of Mahamaya because I'm dependent on the Lord's nature as Yoga Maya, or the transcendental potency. See? This is how you transcend that. That because the illusion is kept by ignorance, and there's ignorance in the Mayavadi level of your daughter's guru, and he says, "I'll make you independent." And no, the Lord will make. I'll make you independent out there by connecting you with the Lord, who gives the true independence, gives me independence. I can't. All I can do is bring you to that Lord so that you can become independent in that true Lord. You become independent of the Mahamaya that's keeping everybody bewildered in this world, keeping these gurus bewildered still. They're not independent. They got to come through the door. The door is obviously here. We prove it all the time, and we connect you if you start Farasa here regularly, abandon your opinions that don't work, and take on these opinions that do work. Because, they're in the formula, in the book. Hear them from the devotee Bhagavat. That's all people have to do. And then you'll become independent of the Lord's Maya. See, this is conclusive. By being dependent on the Lord's spiritual energy. That's the path to deliverance, is this truth. See, but you can't steal this. See, you can't steal this like Johan came to, let me steal this knowledge. Let me steal this bhakti. I don't really want, in my heart, I don't really want to believe in you. I'm just using this so I can get this stuff. See, so he doesn't have it. He doesn't have this. He's still dependent on Putana. Putana is the obstacle. Putana is a principality. He can't overcome that. See, he's dependent on the Kalya principality. These are all kings. If you read in 10th canto, Kamsa assembled all the kings of the world. See, these is a queen or a king, you could say king, queen. See, all the Aghasura, the donkey demon, all these are great kings in the world. They have control over the living entities. These are great principalities. The Kalya is a king. See, so they came to Vrindavan to pollute it. See, working under Kamsa. See, so those persons they're caught, they're under the rule, and they cannot get free until in some lifetime they come through the door into the kingdom this way. It's always the same. The Pharisees at Jesus' time were caught also. They had to come through his word and faith in his word. It's the door. Go ahead. What did you want to say?
Such an easy path.
Yeah, sorry, I can't type there. There's somebody on Twitch somewhere. Yeah, I'm here giving a class, and you either come here, regularly and understand what's going on, or you just come in like a tourist and come and go. Yeah, it's up to you. But we're doing serious things here and discussing the highest philosophy of life and the greatest feelings that you can ever experience and stuff like that. Go ahead there, read on.
Okay. So as the last thing was, they were in the mode of goodness. Then what is to be said of me? I am not at all qualified. Prahlada Maharaj, he continued, one may possess wealth, an aristocrat family, beauty, austerity, education, sensory, expertise, luster, influence, physical strength, diligence, intelligence, a mystic yoga power. But I think that even by all these qualifications, one cannot satisfy the
You
supreme
see,
divine.
people don't know this. People don't know. They think that those are the persons to believe in and worship and to accept and to respect and to worship, even, like as good as gods. But that isn't the way, that's not satisfactory to the Lord. See, that's why ultimately you need to meet the devotees who lead you. Like Prahlad, he's going to tell you, well, he's showing you what satisfies the Lord. See, Prahlad's bhakti, his pure, loving, ecstatic, satisfied the Lord. His case of understanding of the essence of truth satisfied the Lord. Okay? So because he was a liberated soul. And that shows you the path is those rare devotees who are that Satchidananda manifestation in this world. Or if you've got the Christian background, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Okay? They're the Son in this world because they have the spirit of love, devotion, pure, which gives them the ability to ascertain the true nature of the Father. See, that's Guru Dev. And you can, out of many self-realized souls, hardly one is like that. Because you see, we have 3 levels of self-realization you have to get through. Well, you have to get through 2 of them to get to this one. Okay? Brahman, Paramatma, and then Bhagavan. See, Bhagavan is the true Vaishnava. How many of those are there? Yeah. But if you find one who is here preaching these deep truths, and you go and you listen and get purified and become faithful in that preaching, because very real and better, true and better than anything you've heard or seen, then you start to get very intoxicated on bhakti, just like the Lord is, just like the Lord's devotees are, because you found the real path. You found the narrow gate. So, do you think that's here? Yeah, like Lalita said, she's washing dishes and listening to her guru or something on the thing, chanting. She says, "My legs are feeling paralyzed." She's just washing dishes. I thought, well, stuff like that. That's a faithful person. It's a wonderful thing to be here awake, and for the most part, my right mind connected to the Most High, God, and have everything I nearly need available to full life. Who is the original Greenleaf?
This person came more times. It's not the first time, maybe the
Yeah.
third or the fourth time, but I don't
Yeah.
know him.
Yeah. Well, that's a great understanding. Great. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Coming back. Go ahead, read on.
However, one can satisfy the Lord simply by devotional service. Gajendra did
Simply,
this.
simply by pure devotional service. Okay? Maybe he's a little satisfied with Vaidhi Bhakti, and you can tell, like if you feel good doing the rules, regulations, and having structure and doing that, and you feel a little good. Well, when you do Raganuga Bhakti and get the mercy of a Raganuga devotee who has transcendental rag, rasa, tasty mellows of devotion, then you'll feel even better. Feeling. It's about Lord Chaitanya came to give us transcendental feeling. It's great. That's the happiness. I mean, isn't that happiness? Can you imagine if you have a lot of money? You have millions of dollars, but you don't feel good. Would that money really be useful to you? No, because you don't. I have all this, but I'm not happy. I'm not feeling good. See? But if you have all that money and you're feeling good, then it makes more sense. Well, when you meet devotees like here, who are advanced devotees and got advanced mercy of Lord Chaitanya, you see a happiness that's very rapturous and ecstatic and not seen of, it's not of this world. Out of millions of people that feel in this world, you probably won't even meet one like this here that you see here. That's why people can't understand what we're doing. They conclude falsely. They think, well, God, they can't be bona fide at Lord Chaitanya's Amazing Grace place over there. They can't be bona fide. None of our leaders are like this. They're not laughing and crying and choking up and all of this. None of the world is like this. It must be wrong. See, and all we have to confirm what we do are the books of people who were like that they're worshiping too, by the way. You know, they were Chaitanya and Krishna and Radha, who were really ecstatic, you see here. But because they don't hear it preached logically, clearly, emphatically, therefore they don't pay it any mind. They think it's wrong. They misconclude things. See, they don't see it everywhere, right? They don't see it everywhere. Therefore, their mass formation hypnosis doesn't take place. See, in this way. See, if this was everywhere, people think, oh, well, this is supposed to be the norm. See? But now people see there's a lot of us doing this, and we're starting small, but you see, look, what is it, 1921 people today came? See, more people are taking it seriously. Well, maybe, it's true because look, there's a lot of these people who are committed to this, giving their lives to this, believing in this, preaching, witnessing for this. Maybe there's something there. Maybe there's something there. See, and it builds. And the more people add it to having this connection and communion and resurrection of their real life, the more people start to accept it too, because they say, well, maybe it's real. Let's enter it. Let's check it out. See, we orange pill people here. Like in Bitcoin, they have they call it orange pilling them. You know what they do? This is how to understand Lord Chaitanya. He's orange also, orange Dodi, right? So the way they orange pill people in Bhakti, especially in Bitcoin, is they tell people the glories of Bitcoin, which people don't know. And when they really hear, like these truths about Bitcoin, all of a sudden they think, wow, I didn't know this before. Nobody ever told me. See, they got orange pilled. Well, you get orange pilled here. Maybe a little bit on the coin too, but the real orange pill is that sannyasi that was here 500 people. We orange pill people. You take the orange pill, which is the conclusive truth, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And you listen to the deep philosophy. Those who do, listen to the deep philosophical teachings and realizations and understanding and experiences of being connected with Lord Chaitanya in the right way and getting this wealth of this communion and part of this family. See, we orange pill you and you think, oh, yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, this is great. And then you get the experience of being wealthy like this. And then you start sharing with other people. That's all that's lacking for ISKCON or any of these groups. They need to be orange pilled with Lord Chaitanya's truth that they don't know. Hey, don't tell me you know Lord Chaitanya's truths and why he came here. You cannot know Lord Chaitanya's truth unless you are like that, unless you are tasting the real mellows of bhakti and distributing it. Unless you can do that, you don't know Lord Chaitanya and why he came here. But you come here, you'll be an experienced devotee and be able to know that descent, why he descended here, because you'll be tasting the mellows of bhakti and distributing it too. Therefore, then you can say, and God will believe you. He says, oh, you're an example, man. You're tasting the mellows of bhakti and you're distributing to others. Come on, you're qualified. Come be part of our corporation and let us cooperate together and liberate the universe. Oh, after we finish this, we got millions. You ready for this? Are you ready for this corporation? The highest corporation in the whole universes? See, this corporation. Or do you want to work for the corporation? You know, the who are in charge. You know, like in America. You know, the court. You think the United States is a republic, free place? No, it's a corporation, a mundane, and they give you a social security number and they put your name in capital letters on your birth certificate and you work for the corporation. See, they do the material. Your body is part of the corporation. See, and they call it a straw man. Did you know that? Your body, you got a straw man. You're actually dead. You know, when you enter this corporation, you're dead. Did you know when you're born, you're dead? They treat you like a dead per straw man. You got no life in you. Okay? And that's why I summon you. You know what a summons is? They summons you from the dead because they said when they take you to court, the way they're thinking you're dead, so they got to summon you because only a dead person can appear before other dead persons. They consider themselves, but they're actually dead too. See, all this stuff is Maya. This is everybody is more or less dead. They believe that. They believe that in that person. That's the problem. They believe. It's really interesting when you really look deeply into this. See, it's all about bodily identification. So people believe that they're this dead body. And so the demoniac, they believe in dead bodies. They like dead bodies. They like to control dead bodies. That's why they call it a straw man. It's very interesting when you look into all of this stuff and you see there's some intelligence from these principalities, very powerful. It's very, it's smart in a very diabolical way. How they orchestrated this whole thing, because basically we're living beings and free, but we're put in captivity because we have to learn how to surrender to God, back to the spiritual potency. There's no other way out of it. You just need big ears, right? Yeah. Why don't we take a little break now? We've been at this for 2.5 hours almost. That's good.
Yeah, internet becomes a little bit weaker again, like yesterday.
Yeah, people are getting up here.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll see everybody later. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming, huh?